For this lesson, we're going to be calculating the volume of prisms and cylinders, and the formula that we'll be using is V is equal to capital B H, where capital B represents the area of the base, and the H represents the height of the 3D figure. So for our first example, we have this figure. What is the name of this figure? If you said it was a triangular prism, you are correct. My bases are triangles, and my lateral faces are rectangles. So when we look at the formula capital B times H, we know we need to find the capital B and we need to find the H. So to find our capital B, we know we need to find the area of the base. In this case, we have the area of a triangle. Now the area of a triangle, the formula is base times height divided by 2. Now, because we want to reduce any confusion, we want to redraw that base with its measurements. So this is 5 and this is 4.5. And let's apply the formula. Our base is 4.5. We need our H, which is 5. And then we plug it in. 4.5 times 5 divided by 2 gives us an area of 11.25 centimeters squared. So now we have our capital B as 11.25 centimeters squared. And now to find our H, we want to look at the height of the prism, not the height of the base. The height of my prism will be 8. And now that we have both variables, now we can plug it in, where capital B is 11.25 and H is 8. And when we multiply them, we get a product of 90 centimeters cubed. Now remember, with volume, we do need to cube our units. Let's go on to the next one. What is the name of this shape? If you said it was a cylinder, you are correct. Now for our cylinder, we're still going to use capital B times H, where we need to find our B and our H. And now in this case, our B is a circle. So we need to find the area of the circle. Let's go ahead and redraw that. And the area of the circle is pi r squared, where we need the r. R represents the radius, and the radius for this circle is 5. So let's go ahead and substitute pi 5 squared, which is 25 pi, or if you decide to multiply the pi, we get 78.5 centimeters squared. All right, so now we want to look for the height. Again, remember it's the height of the figure. So this is my figure. The height is 10 centimeters. And now that we have our capital B and our H, we can plug it in, where capital B is 25 pi and our H is 10. Now, if we want to leave our answer in terms of pi, then we multiply our two numbers together. So 25 times 10 is 250 pi. And now we go ahead and cube our units. Or if we multiply that pi in, we end up with 785.398 centimeters cubed. So we'll be rounding to the nearest thousandths. For our last example, go ahead and name this figure. If you said rectangular prism, you are correct because the base is, so we have capital B times H, and our capital B will be the area of the rectangle. And area for a rectangle is just base times height. So let's go ahead and redraw that base. This is 10 and this is 14. So my base is 14. My height is 10. So when we plug it in, we have 14 times 10, which gives us an area of 140 feet squared. So that's my capital B, it's 140 feet squared. And now to find the height, remember it's the height of the figure. And the height of my figure is 5 feet. And now that we have both, we just plug it in, 140 times 5, and that gives us a product of 700 feet cubed.